Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to change the subject a little bit and we're going to tone down some stuff. And I just wanted to come talk to you guys today about some stuff that's really been bothering me and been on my heart to talk to you guys about. Some of you guys have contacted me over Snapchat, sent me messages on there because my Snapchat is open for somebody that's not even my friend on Snapchat to send me messages and things like that. But today's video, like I said, is going to take a little bit of a different toll on, what's going on with what some of you guys are saying and advice that you have and things like that for me to give you. But the first thing that I wanted to say is that I know a lot of where you guys are coming from. I know that things are very difficult. Things are very hard. A lot of you guys have come to me and asked me advice on what do you do about your family or different things like that, your significant other, your friends, different things with, I guess, toxic people, and how do you know the difference between somebody that's toxic and somebody that's not. And I just want to tell you that first and foremost, the number one thing is if you feel in your heart or if you feel in your gut that these people are absolutely wrong for you, like if they're not going anywhere in life and they're bashing you for everything that you've ever done, or the way you dress, the way you talk, or how you are, or you're not good enough to go out with this group of people, or you don't make enough money to, hang out with this social class or whatever, that's fine. They can take themselves and they can do their little happy thing and go about their happy way. That's fine. But my biggest concern is, guys, when I have people in my inbox on here leaving me comments that I have to delete, or snapping me on Snapchat and telling me that they're to the point in their life where they don't want to live anymore, that's where I draw the line. That's where I, as a woman, as a human being, as somebody that gives a shit about whether or not somebody's breathing or not, just because of the way that somebody's treated them, that's where I personally will say, freeze, stop, no more. I want everybody to understand the severity of this video, because this may be the last thing that some people watch. This video could make or break somebody. I have literally known people, several people in my life who, anywhere from elementary school, middle school, and high school to, and sometimes even a couple occasions, even in college, where I knew someone that looked happy on the outside. They had everything. They had the nice car, the nice clothes, the latest handbags, the nicest shoes, the latest cell phone, money in their pocket. I mean, whatever. And the last day that I speak to them is the night before they go and commit suicide. And the hardest thing for me is, the first time I experienced suicide was in 5th grade. My best friend shot and killed himself in 5th grade, all because he forged a signature on a permission slip to go with us on an overnight trip. And we didn't know the severity. Nobody knew. He was a happy-go-lucky kid. We never saw any signs of abuse on him. Nothing. He was one of my very best friends. And he wanted to go on this overnight trip with us, and he forged his signature to his parents. And for some reason, he came up with the money to go on this overnight trip down near the beach in my home state. And next thing we know, we come back from the trip. His parents, called the school. It was all over the news that this 5th grader, this 11, 12-year-old kid, had killed himself over the fact that he was so miserable and he wanted to get away from his stepdad so bad that he forged a signature on a field trip without thinking about what would happen or the consequences, instead of reaching out and saying, hey, this is what's going on, this is how I'm feeling. He took that step and forged a signature in 5th grade of his parents' signatures. When he got back from the vacation, his dad literally beat him so bad that his dad left, went to the store, was going to come right back, and it got to the point where he knew, like, it was going to be either I'm going to get the shit beat out of me to where I might not be breathing, I might die, or should I just take my own life? And the sad part about it was his older brother was outside playing basketball and heard the gunshot happen, ran upstairs and found his brother shot himself with a gun in the head. Like, they didn't even have an open casket funeral because he was so unrecognizable from the gunshot wound that he inflicted upon himself. And the reason for that story is, like I said, it doesn't matter what somebody wears, how happy somebody may be, how much money somebody makes. It does not matter. People nowadays are so good at putting on facades and faking that they're happy and other things when really and truly they're not deep down inside. And that's what goes back to the toxic people that you have in your life. If these people, and you say, how do you know if they're toxic, or if they're just being extra hard on me, or, how do we tell the difference? Your gut instinct and your heart and your mind will tell you if these people are no good for you. If you have an inkling of a doubt that these people are not good for you, please part yourself from them. Say, change your number or whatever you have to do, because ultimately there's an old saying that goes around: the people that you surround yourself with are the type of people that you are, or the type of person that you are, and the type of person you will become. If you draw negative people in towards you and you hang around with negative Nancys all the time, then you'll become that person. And the person that you are inside reflects how you are on the outside. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's all that you are, but it reflects a lot of how you feel, how you think. The majority of society, the majority of people will put themselves around people that are similar to them. It's like a survival mechanism. So when you get to that point, take a step back and look at yourself and say, where am I going in life? Where do I want to be? Who can help me get there? If they are not your if they are your true friends, and they are your true family, and they love you and they support you and they stand behind you, that's great. But if they don't have your best interest at heart, or they get mad because you're more successful than them, or they're jealous because you have a better car than them, or they're mad because you lost weight and they didn't, it doesn't matter. Those people do not need to be in your life. This world has come into a society where people are opting out and choosing suicide and ending their own lives because of things that people say to them. There's an old saying that says, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is the furthest thing from the truth. It is a sack of shit if you think that that is true. I will tell you personally, I would rather somebody ball their fist up and beat the daylights out of me than to verbally abuse me and verbally abuse my mentality and verbally abuse the self-worth that I have for myself, and mentally abuse the fact that I may be a mentally stronger person than they are. Because the truth is, when people mentally abuse you, they talk about you behind your back, they backstab you in the back, they're two-faced, whatever the case may be, the truth is they are so miserable and they are so pitiful of their own pathetic lives. They have nothing better to do than to bring somebody down that is doing well. And doing well doesn't necessarily mean financially, social status. It could be individually with your mindset and where your heart is. So and I don't want somebody to think that, oh, I got to cut this person out of my life because they don't accept the fact that I'm this or I'm that, or I have this car, or I have this boyfriend, or I have this girlfriend, or whatever. It does not matter. Before you cut somebody out of your life, they may think, or you may think that they're doing it, oh, because they love me or their beliefs are different than mine or whatever. If this person, if you go home at the end of the day and this person and the things that these people have said to you are still in here, you can trust and believe and rest assured that they will be in here forever. There are things that people have said to me in middle school, in elementary school, in high school, in college, that I remember to this day. There's not anybody out there on the face of this planet that has never been made fun of, that has never been laughed at, that has never been mocked, that has never been put down, that has never been called fat, ugly, too skinny, too fat, you know what? To this day, I still get made fun of for my eyebrows, but you know what? That doesn't bother me, because the person that I am here and the person that I am means, and that I am here means more to me than any amount of bullshit that comes out of anybody's mouth. I know my self-worth, my husband knows my self-worth, my children know my self-worth, and my family knows my self-worth, and at the end of the day, that is all that matters. And you guys know that I do not try to cuss here on my channel, but this is a very sensitive topic for me, and there's too many people out here, young, old, fat, skinny, white, black, purple, polka-dotted, orange with green stripes. There are too many people out here taking their lives every day because individuals like you, and me too, because I'm guilty of it too, in the past. There are too many people out here looking at somebody and shaming them and putting them down and making fun of them for the same exact thing that we have done to somebody else in the past. And it's got to stop. As a society, as a generation, as a woman, as a man, as lesbian, gay, straight, it doesn't matter. We as a society need to change the fact that we are so comfortable and so okay with looking at somebody and laughing at them because of the way they dress, because of how big they are, because of how skinny they are, because of how much money they have. There's a saying that I like to say here on my channel, and it's, you may not be able to change the world, but to someone, you are their world. So let that sink in. It's time for a change. One person cannot change the world. But if you take that step and say, I'm going to try to be different, I'm going to try to be better, and it's not going to happen overnight, you will be surprised at the toxic people that you won't have to put out of your life, that will just walk away from your life. Honey, I've been there right with you. Honey, I will tell you in a quick minute. Bitch, I've told people, bitch, bye, out of my life. If you ain't for me, you against me. I don't need no friends. I don't need no family. I don't need anything that is going to bring me, my kids, my husband, my empire, and what I've worked hard for to bring me down. Life is too short. Life is full of opportunities. Life is what you make it. And the hardest thing for me, and I'm going to get emotional, but the hardest thing for me, and some of you guys that know me personally here back where I'm from will tell you, the hardest thing I have ever had to do in my life was push and walk away from my mother. If I can push my own mother away and push her out of my life because she is toxic, she is not good for my kids or my husband or me, then I know if you really love yourself and you love your self-worth and you think more of yourself than what somebody tells you you are, you can push those people out of your life too. It took me a hell of a long time to realize that I was worth more than what somebody told me I was. And I'm telling you, yes, you right there in my camera, on the other end that's watching this, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're smart, you're funny. You are your own individual, and I can guarantee you something. There's no one else in the world just like you. There's no one. And it's sad that I have 14, 13, 15-year-olds in my inbox talking about killing themselves and suicide because of what some asshole said to them. It's got to stop. And it's not a feminist thing. And it's not about what I believe as far as my beliefs, my religious beliefs. It's about being a decent human being. And when I tell you guys that I truly love you from the bottom of my heart, I do. And I will be the first to tell you, YouTube and my husband and my children saved my life. Because there's somebody on the other end of this computer that's contemplating suicide. And it's not worth it. It's not worth letting these people mentally, physically, whatever, abuse you. And you believe their lies and their filth and their disgust to make you a precious gift that God put on this earth take their own life because of somebody else's mouth. You know what I call that? I call that diarrhea of the mouth. And if my children, as young as they are, can learn and stand up for somebody in a Walmart in a wheelchair when grown adults are making fun of, there's no reason why you can't. There's no reason why you can't stop this revolution. It's got to stop, guys. I love you all. I don't want to see anybody in my inbox tell me, oh, this subscriber to your channel killed themselves, or this person went out and overdosed on drugs because they didn't want to live anymore. There's somebody, it doesn't matter who you are, there's somebody in your life, whether you think it or not, that will love you and that will miss you, and it will kill them if you were not here on this earth. I love you guys, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But like I said, when I have people as young as 12 years old inboxing me on my Snapchat telling me that they don't want to live anymore and that my videos are inspirational to them, that is all that matters to me. Is I affected one person enough. One person. To make me know that my job was done. Now it's up to you. It's up to you whether or not you want to spread good vibes, if you want to spread love, or if you want to spread hate. It's not about color. It's not about race. It's not about sexuality. It's not about financial status. It's about us as a humanity and us as who we are in here. I love you guys. Yeah, I've always told you I'm here for you guys if you need me. Always feel free to message me. Always feel free to leave me a comment, email me, whatever. I promise you, I am not like anybody else on this YouTube. I have subscribers, people that don't even subscribe to my channel that have purposely just messaged me on Snapchat. They have waken me up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning just to talk them out of suicide. And if that means I did my job to keep one of y'all alive, I've done my job. But I'm not going to stop with one. I'm not going to stop with two. I'm not going to stop with three. My work for you guys and for this society and this world is not done until my Lord above says it's done. I love you guys. Have a good night. If you have any questions or if you want to talk to me or anything, feel free to contact me on Snapchat. Leave me a comment down here. I'll be glad to get back with you. Just please understand that this video was not meant to be mean. It was not meant to hurt anybody's feelings. It was not meant to be any of that. I just really want you guys to know how important it is to make sure that someone in your life knows that they're cared for, that they're loved. I love you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.